So about me, my name is Radhe Verma. Rest all of the things maybe you can see over the screen. That is again 2 years old. So current maybe total number of years has increased and the number of technologies also. Fine. Let's start. Okay, without wasting much time, let's start. So today we would be going to talk about big IP ASM product, which is named as Advanced WAF. Okay, earlier name was ASM, which was stands for Application Security Manager. Okay, to cut long story short, what it does, it defend against web attacks, which means layer 7 fire. Got this point, guys? One
Yes,
thing.
yes.
Second thing, it achieves couple of the regulatory compliances. Okay. So it's a powerful tool, I will say, effective tool to defend your application from layer 7 attacks. I am talking about layer 7. Second time, reason being, you need to know that this product is layer 7. Okay. So if you are making change in the, because F5 can go from, lower layer to the upper layer. If we talk about the OSI, OSI you are aware of? Yes, no? TCP IP or OSI model.
Yeah, yeah.
So we are talking about the top layers, layer 7. Okay. So when you deploy ASM, it can be again a physical appliance. It can be a virtual appliance, which means on a server, you are deploying the software from the F5, okay, maybe any of the hypervisor, KVM, ESXi, whatever, okay. Or you can utilize the cloud, irrespective it is a private cloud or a public cloud, doesn't matter. Okay. So you can deploy this device anywhere. Whenever you deploy this device, let us say you have couple of the application, maybe application 1 to 100. I am just giving the names 1, 2, and till 100. You need to give the security, tuning. You need to just set the security for these 100 applications. So you need to have some migration techniques, okay, which you cannot learn through the books. Okay, somebody needed over there who has the experience for sure. Okay, so that you can have some of the cut shorts, how you can make your policy tuning. So these applications are named as custom applications, custom apps, which means for sure these are customs for your business. Okay, when you deploy ASM, it has a very high range of attack signatures, something named as attack signatures preloaded with that, more than 3,000, or maybe count will keep on increasing, depending upon different threats are involving day by day. Okay, so what is the business? Business is the application at today's world. If you see, everybody is going digital, and everybody has an application. Even one, if somebody is selling the floor atta in Hindi, okay, he or she has also a small app that, okay, you can order anything from the app. So those app has to be get secure, because you are aware how many attacks are happening day by day, right? Even the AIMS database was hacked last year, right? If I am not wrong, you are aware about this kind of hacks. So security is very, very important. And these signatures, what I am talking about, is the foundation of the intelligence used to block your malicious network traffic. So if there is some malicious network traffic, that will be get blocked. And since you people are already working on the web, you are aware about this term. I am using this term that a support ID will be generated. Okay, I can like I'm thinking that you are aware about. Yes or no, guys? Arjun Vishwas.
Yeah, support ID, I know. Like when any block or anything, any request will come, it will create one support ID.
Right. If any malicious, so if any illegitimate request is coming, then your support ID will get generated. There are lot of if and buts why these support ID are not coming, even the malicious and the illegitimate traffic is coming. That I would be gonna show you in the lab, once our classes will get start. But the very first thing is whenever you are applying the ASM and you are putting a security policy on the virtual server, okay, so when you are putting it, there would be a LTP that get assigned. If you are not aware, even then it is fine. I will show you in the labs, okay, each and everything what this LTP does. So once this part is done, actually what happened is, let us say your LTM and ASM modules are in the same box generally, okay. Your traffic is coming on the LTM module. From the LTM module, which is a virtual server, a security policy is associated. And through the LTP, this will get analyzed from the ASM. Once every traffic is done, it is fine. It will send on the pool. Okay. And from the pool, maybe any of the pool member, right? It can be pool member 1 or it can be pool member 2. If not, then it will just generate a support ID. It won't send it to the pool. Okay. That is the use of your ASM device. Okay. So ASM has offers several different policy building features. Policy building can be difficult, can be time consuming whenever you are doing. Okay. Even one application may take maybe 15 days at least to learn the traffic, to tune the traffic, to modify the traffic. And again, there are something named as wildcard, asterisk in the file type, in the URLs. I don't know if you are able to relate it or not. Please do let me know. Otherwise, I will start from the scratch. Okay. So these kind of thing when you need to tune, it's really difficult. So whenever you are assigning a security policy, you have a part like you can do it manually, you can do it automatically also. But obvious, people go for the manual way. Okay, automatic maybe less I have seen, but yes, if you have a very huge volume of the security policies to be get applied, you can go for the automatic security policy for sure. Okay, so you can build a policy depending upon your traffic. And there are some external tools also, if you people are aware, like White Hat Sentinel, then Qualys Guard, IBM AppScan, Sanjik, Hailstorm. Using those vulnerability tools as well, you or scanning tools, you can also build your security policy. So there are a lot of options, okay, that I would be going to show you. And there are pre-built security policies also for your popular applications, bit like your SharePoint Exchange. This is a well-known application. Okay, let me tell you first, what is the application? Application is nothing. If we talk about application, you need to know. See, I will talk about each and every feature in the class about the HTML protocol, what HTML protocol is, what is the GET request, what is put request, what is push request, what is your, CRUD. I will gonna explain everything about the status code also, response code also. I will pick the, packet. I will open the packet. I will show you that. But currently, just I am talking about an overview. Okay. So I cannot go in the very deep session all of a sudden by today, so that I don't want to make it boring for you. So what I was saying, what is application? When you build an application, it is bit, just try to think it bit like your, maybe you in your Windows PC, you are creating a folder. Okay. That folder, is an application. Just think about it. Okay. In that folder, you can have different pictures or maybe movies or maybe anything. Those are having some kind of file like JPG, like PDF, like your Word file or whatever. So similarly, your application is comprised of couple of the file types. These are file types. Okay. Your application can have a different file types. Then in your one folder, you can have couple more folders, and those folders have some, maybe you can say a path. Like in Windows, you can just go like that. See users, desktop, bit like that, right? In application, when you are reserving these things or saving these pages, these are named as URLs. Let me show you. So if you are able to relate, let me just go to the netminion.net. This is the main page, okay, the home page. If I will click on the home, you can see this is the page. If I'm going into the courses and different, maybe you just relate it bit like a folder. And you can see I am into the main C drive, bit like, okay, and then within the C drive, I am going into the another folder named as courses. In the courses, I am going into the CCNP and core. You can see that above the URL is getting changed, right? So bit like same, your applications has something named as URLs. I'm talking about the different entities used in your application. Okay, there are plenty of entities. I cannot explain each and everything over here in today's class, but I'm trying to give you an overview. Then there is very important something named as parameter, which I showed multiple times in my demo sessions also. But all of a sudden, Myra ma'am talked me about today's demo session, so I didn't able to make it uh, licensed. Okay, our device. I could not able to license it all of a sudden. But if I will show you, let me show you. There are some attacks which can happen. Okay, might be I won't be able to mitigate those attacks as of now today because my F5 is not licensed, but I will show you that everything. So you can see by the way, there are two applications. One is PHP, one is DVWA. You could be able to find out these applications all around whenever F5 people or F5 team speaks about their sessions, right? These two applications you would be able to see there as well. So the same application we are using here, we will be gonna do some attacks on these applications, and we will use our F5. And I will show you this lab to build from the scratch, so that if I'm not wrong, Vishwas, you were saying that you have an idea about F5 LTM, right? So you can able to understand how F5 LTM and ASM working both all together. So I would be doing the licensing, I would be doing the provisioning, I would be creating a self IP, VLANs, and all of those things. So you would be able to relate that, okay, how it works. So you can see there is, I'm just trying to show you how the attacks can happen. 10, 10, 30, 100. 10, 10, 30, 100. So you can see here is our Hackit or maybe auction website. Okay. Here you can see there are some of the attacks already, I was showing in the previous classes. So this is something named as SQL injection. SQL is a language of love between the database and the web server. What it happens actually, let me talk about that first. I am just considering that I need to talk about that component first. See, your application has different components. One is the web server. Whenever a user it interact with the web server. Then there can be a app server bit like where the logics are introduced. And then you need to store some data that should be a DB server. All of these components can interact with each other. Okay. And that is how your application is compromised of. So what I'm trying to tell that a user is trying to log in through the web server and we are sending a web query which is a SQL query. SQL query means the language of love between the database server, and database server will result into some kind of answer. So what this query does, this query, let me just open. This query will say that if 1 is equal to 1, show me all things, which means it is always true. And if I will say go without any password, you can see I am logged in. If I will go to my control panel, you can see all of the users whosoever has already logged in on this device or on this website are a registered one, and we can able to see all of them, right? And that is where the issue occurs. This is your SQL injection. Okay, we can see the credit card information, email ID, telephone, address, everything. Why? Because this is a vulnerable application. So we cannot have a vulnerable application for sure, and we need to mitigate these all the issues. So that I will show you in case of our like when we have lab ready. So if I will show you, I have already registered for the same with the name NetMinion and NetMinion. If some legitimate user is logged in, you can see I can able to see my own, data, nothing else. Can you see this question mark? After this question mark, can somebody tell me what is this, Nick? Okay, even if you are not aware, don't worry. I will talk about this URL part, URI part, about all of these things in very detail. Don't worry. This is something named as parameter. Okay. And this NetMinion is something, the value of the parameter named as Nick. Here, if I will change the value to the star, which means I am making the change in the parameter. This is named as parameter tampering as an attack. You could be able to see the same SQL injection, result. Like I can able to see everything over here. So in the lab, I would be trying to tell you how these parameters are working, how these parameter attacks happens. Let me show you one more interesting attack because we are talking about the same. So let me show you something. Okay. Uh, 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 Give me a minute. Okay, let me search for how much it is. 1,000. No. Okay. 1,50,000 USD. Great. If I need to buy it, I will click on buy it. I need to give my username and my password is also same, which only for this lab. If I will submit, you can see my credit card will be charged for the same. Okay. 150 USD. Thanks for your purchase. It is saying that my credit card is this number and it is charged for the same. And everything is, you can able to see, is going through the fiddler. What is this fiddler? I would be going to talk about later on in the detail. But currently, you just try to understand fiddler is a tool. Okay, it's a proxy. What the proxy is a device which keeps listening every traffic. Okay, by the way, F5 ASM is also acting as a reverse proxy here, but this is a full proxy. I will be going to talk about these terms maybe when we will start the class. What I'm trying to tell you currently that I wanted to buy this item again. Okay, this item I wanted to buy it again, and before submitting this request, I wanted to make change in this request. Before the request, I am stopping it. You can see it stopped that request. Here you go. And if I see in the inspector, maybe I am able to see the web. Yep, here is the price. Let me make the price of $1 and let me complete it. Again, I will explain about each and every term later on. Okay, don't get confused that what I am doing. I'm just trying to do some of the changes. And can you see that 1.5 lakh USD is now item I have purchased it only for 1 USD. This is what? This is your hidden parameter template. This parameter is hidden. Okay. But even then, if somebody is aware how to tweak the application, you can tweak that application very wisely without any issue. And that is where your ASM come into the picture. Okay, you can allow, you can disallow the user from a specific location around the world. You can block some of the application. You can whitelisted some of the, IP intelligence is there. Then there are ASM is having a pre-built for your PCI's compliance. Okay, PCI. Is anybody aware about PCI compliance? What is PCI DSS compliance? No. Okay. So PCI DSS is a compliance, first of all. This is for payment card industry data security standard. Okay. Payment card industry data security standard compliance. It is somewhat like if some industry is using the credit card for the users, okay, like Netflix or whatever application you talk about. Generally, all the applications are demanding for the credit card as of now today. So if somebody is storing users' credit card, so it's their responsibility to store this sensitive data in such a way that it cannot be exposed to the hackers. Okay, so that is where this compliance come into the picture. And when you use ASM, for sure, PCI DSS report also you can fetch out. You can able to see. So to cut the long story short, let me tell you, we will start this class from the level 0. I will gonna talk about HTML, okay, like, sorry, this HTTP, okay. So how this HTTP works, what is the response code, what is the status code, how they are important, right? How your application structure is, what is ASM, how to deploy the ASM. So from the scratch, we will start and we will build till a level where you are able to easily do the migration. You are able to do the, crack any of the interview if you are going for the interview set, and maybe for the certification also. So there are 3 points what we used to keep in the mind while teaching. Okay. So, but obvious, I have a lot of experience in ASM. All the experience I will be going to share with you people during the class. Okay. Any other question? Any other thing you people wanted me to, explain or something? I'm happy to answer.
So in this course, so okay, just I want to know, LTM ASM isn't combined in this, or is it different? Both will come.
LTM is different. ASM is different.
ASM
I've
is
only
okay.
touched that part which is required.
Okay.
So, Radhe, are you going to deep down in ASM policy fine tuning and all the things, right?
Yes, for sure.
Yeah,
That is why
yeah,
we are here.
yeah, great.
After this course completion, you can even, do the migration by your own. You will have the confidence to do these kind of migrations. Not worry.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So for the classes, it will be 2 hours each day, Saturday and Sunday. Okay. And maybe we can set up the same time as we are doing today, or maybe for the timing, maybe you can just consult with the Myra ma'am. She is the right point of contact for you people, and she can let you know if the timing is a question. Okay. So it will take approximately 4 to 5 weeks at least. Okay. So within that time, if you are going for this technology, you are, going with the pace as I am teaching you, you can able to learn this technology. Within these classes, you will get the lab so that you can do the lab stuff by your own, make your hand dirty, prepare the lab, do your own practicals, learn about. Okay. You will get some
Okay.
study material. Okay.